Hi, I'm Ellie, and welcome to your weekly theatre news recap, the show where I recap all of the UK and West End and touring theatre news so you can stay up to date in the most chaotic way possible, because I always try and do these in one take, but I'm really bad at doing them in one take, so it just gets more and more unhinged as we go on. So if you want your news every single week, if you want to stay up to date and you want to do it in a fun way, make sure you hit subscribe and like this video, because I do these every single week. But we're going to start, as we always do, with our casting news. First up, Burlesque. Burlesque is a new musical based on the film, the iconic film of the same name, which is going to be doing some out-of-town tryouts in Manchester and in Glasgow before it goes into the West End in a theatre that it hasn't announced yet. It's vying for West End. It doesn't have a house, or at least it hasn't announced a house yet. They may have a house. We don't know. I don't know these things. I'm not an insider. I don't know anything. But what we do know is that we have some of the cast, and they are Jess Foley, who's going to be playing Ali, George Maguire, who you may know from Bonnie and Clyde, is going to be playing Vince, Billy Kay is going to be playing Sophia. Non-binary icon legend The Moment B. Terry is going to be playing Georgie. Jess Quarter is going to be playing Daphne. Yasmin Harrison is going to be playing Brenda. Lily Wang is going to be playing Fifi. Holly Ann Lowe is going to be playing Summer. And Alessia McDermott is going to be in the ensemble. There's some more casting news that's going to be announced soon. I think they said there was an actual day. I think they said the 5th of February we're going to learn some more casting news, if I read the press release right. So we're going to have to wait and see who else is going to be joining Burlesque this summer and autumn, because they have a lot of dates in their run. So you can see it if you're near Glasgow or Manchester, which I am not. Next up, we have the cast for Four Black Boys. This play is returning to the West End. It's now going to the Garrick Theatre. And we have a brand new cast. Toby King-Bakare, Shaquille Hakim, Fila Lafayette, Albert Mashagi, Mohammed Manzare, and Posey Morokinio. I'm so excited to see this show back. This show was fantastic when it was at the Apollo last year, and I'm sure this cast are going to be phenomenal. Next up, we have another cast member for the Made in Dagenham concert. We don't know the full casting yet, but we've had a little bit of a drip feed of casting news. We knew that Pitsy Lott is going to be in it. We knew that Killian Donnelly is going to be in it. And now we know that star of screen and stage Bonnie Langford is also going to be in the show, playing Barbara Castle. This one night only concert is going to be at the Theatre Royal Drury Lane on the 16th of March 2024. As well as this, we got the casting announcement for 42 Balloons. This is a new musical that is staged at the Vaudeville in 2022. I managed to see that staged workshop production, and this show is exciting, and I'm really excited to see it back. And it's going to be going up north to the Lowry in Salford this April, and I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I need to, because it's so good. We knew that Evelyn Hoskins and Charlie McCullough were going to be reprising their roles of Carol and Larry, and now we know that Gillian Hardy and LeJean Shepherd are going to be joining the cast as Carol's mum and Ron, respectively. We also know our ensemble, who will be in the description down below, but I'm going to pick out a few names that are really cool, namely Jordan Broatch and Maddison Bulleyment, who are two non-binary icons. We love them. We love them so much. Some cool names from Six, including Athena Collins and Laura Dawn Pyatt. We also know that there's some Newsies cast members in here, including Morgan Gregory, and the person I saw play Jamie in Everybody's Talking About Jamie, Luke Latchman. I'm ready for this show. Next up, Wild About You. We talked about this concert last week. It's going to the Theatre Royal Drury Lane on the 25th and the 26th of March. And we now know even more casting for it, who are Rachel Tucker, icon, legend, The Moment, star of Come From Away, also in Sunset Boulevard. Most recently, I love them. I love her. I love her so much. She is going to be in this show. And Tori Allen Martin is also going to be in this show. I'm so ready for this. If you say Rachel Tucker, I'm there, hopefully, depending on my bank account. So if you love Rachel Tucker as much as I do, you can go see this concert to go see her. Next up, we have our next Clifford Bradshaw in Cabaret. So Nathan I's MOBA is just left, literally left today. Today they're leaving? No, yesterday. Yesterday was their final performance in Cabaret. And now we know that Tate Elliott Drew is going to be taking over the role for a short period of time. They're going to play in the role from Monday the 29th of January to Saturday the 9th of March. And then after that, taking over the role full time is Newsies star Michael Akoma Lindsay. This is great. This is great casting. And finally, in casting news this week, we have our new Jean Valjeans at Les Miserables. So we now know that taking over the role of Jean Valjean from Killian Donnelly is Peter Joubert, who is going to be playing the role from Tuesday the 13th of February to Saturday the 9th of March. And then after Joubert has left, the role is going to be played by Milan van Wardenberg. Wardenberg is going to be taking over the role from Monday the 11th of March, which is very funny because that's also the date that Michael Akoma Lindsay is going to be taking over the role of Clifford Bradshaw, and that's also my birthday. There's so many... Why is my birthday coming up so much this week? Oh, I'm going to have to go see every single show on my birthday. It's going to be a wild day. So if you want to go see some new Jean Valjeans, there you go. And that is all our casting news this week. We can now move on to our miscellaneous news. Starting with our extensions this week, we have 2 shows, both extending to December 2024, and they are Hadestown and Back to the Future. Very exciting. It's lovely to see shows extend. If you want to go see them, you've now got even more time to do so. As well as this, we now have a extension to Plaza Suite. This show is getting an extra 2 weeks added onto its run, so it will now be ending on the 13th of April 2024. As well as this, we also got the news that Hannah Waddingham, absolute icon and the moment, will be hosting the Olivier Awards yet again on Sunday the 14th of April. I am so glad about this. Hannah Waddingham was such a good host last year, and I'm ready to see her slay it again. And talking of award shows, the final miscellaneous news this week is that we have our What's on Stage Awards performances. The shows that will be performing at this year's What's on Stage Awards are as follows. Newsies, Flabbers for Mrs. Harris, Guys and Dolls, Lacage at Falls, Next to Normal, Operation Mincemeat, Sound of Music. There will be a world premiere performance, so we don't know what this is yet, and 3 curated numbers performed by special guests. What's really interesting is that a lot of these shows have closed. I mean, Next to Normal has just announced that it's coming back, so this is to be expected, but shows like Flowers for Mrs. Harris, Newsies, Lacage, these are all shows that have closed this year, so it's really interesting to see them return and to see them come back for one night only. That does it for our miscellaneous news this week. Let's move on to our transfers and new productions. Starting with Here You Come Again. We knew that this show, this Dolly Parton musical using her iconic track list, was going to be premiering in the UK at the Leeds Playhouse, and now we know that it's going on a UK tour, pre-West End. The venues that it will be playing are as follows, and it has been a very long time since I had to list venues, so let me get myself ready. It will be playing at the Curve Leicester from the 11th of June, Theatre Royal Newcastle from the 18th of June, Cunard, I don't know, Queen's Mary's from the 2nd of June, Marlow Canterbury from the 2nd of July, Theatre Royal Nottingham from the 9th of July, Liverpool Playhouse from the 16th of July, Cliffs Pavilion and Southend from the 19th of August, Wales Millennium Centre from the 26th of August, that's too many Augusts, Theatre Royal Brighton from the 3rd of September, Birmingham Alexandra Theatre from the 10th of September, Sheffield Lyceum from the 17th of September, Richmond Theatre in London from the 24th of September, Glasgow's King's Theatre from the 1st of October, Theatre Royal Norwich from the 8th of October, Woking at the New Victoria Theatre from the 22nd of October, the Lowry in Salford from the 29th of October, and the Milton Keynes Theatre from the 19th of November. Oh god, I'm so not used to doing these. So if you want to catch a exciting new Dolly Parton musical, you have all of those venues around the country to go and see it. Next up, we know what show is going to be going to the Ambassadors Theatre next. Harry Clark, a new comedic thriller, will be opening starring Billy Crudup. This is a new play that follows a Midwestern man who charms his way into a wealthy family. I'm pretty sure this is the UK premiere for this show, but it has been previously seen in both New York and Los Angeles. This is going to be running at the Ambassador Theatre from the 9th of March until the 11th of May. As well as this, we've got 2 new musicals that are premiering in Birmingham. One of them I'm going to save to be the final news story of the week, but the first of these is Becoming Nancy. This is going to be the UK premiere of this musical, which was workshopped in the States a couple of years ago, I think. This is being directed by Jerry Mitchell, who you know from his work on Kinky Boots, who's also coming over here at a very similar time to do Devil Wears Prada. So Jerry Mitchell is booked and busy in the UK this year. If you want to see this show, it's going to be premiering at the Birmingham Rep Theatre from the 2nd of October to the 2nd of November 2024. Now, before we get into the other Birmingham premiere, let's talk about Regent's Park Open Air Theatre, as they have announced their full season for 2024. The summer season will be starting with 12th Night, which is going to be running from the 3rd of May to the 8th of June, which is a Shakespeare comedy all about mistaken identities. As well as that, during the day, we've going to be getting the Enormous Crocodile musical. This premiered at Lee's Playhouse, and we've known for a while that it would be coming with this open air season. This is going to be playing from the 17th of May to the 8th of June, and will be followed by a new stage adaptation of the classic story, The Secret Garden, which is going to be playing here from the 15th of June to the 20th of July. And finally, the musical this season, the revival we've all been waiting for since they closed it at the Playhouse and they didn't get a UK tour because of COVID. Fiddler on the Roof. We're getting a new version of the classic musical Fiddler on the Roof from the 27th of July to the 21st of September 2024. I'm really excited to finally be able to see Fiddler on the Roof on stage because I missed the revival that happened at the Playhouse before it turned into the Kit Kat Club. So I'm going to have to be there. I'm going to have to be there. And you know I love a bit of Shakespeare. And you know I love a secret garden. The more secretive, the better. And finally, in theatre news this week, going back up to Birmingham, we have the Steps musical. Yes, the band Steps, a band that I know pretty much nothing about. Don't at me. I could not name you a single one of their songs. I'm really hoping that one of those songs is in this press release, because I can't name any of them. Their iconic UK pop band that I know nothing about. Wasn't Faye Tozier from it? I think Faye Tozer, however you pronounce the name, was in this band. I don't know. I don't know them, okay? They are getting their world premiere musical Here and Now. This is going to be a jukebox musical with an original book by Sean Kitchener, and will be premiering at the Alexandra Birmingham for a limited engagement from the 9th to the 24th of November 2024. This is being overseen and produced by the band and has choreography from Matt Cole, who you may know from his work from Newsies. There's a lot of Newsies talk this week for some reason. This is going to be at the Alexandra Birmingham from the 9th of November to the 24th of November. So if you are a massive fan of Steps, make sure you go to Birmingham so you can enjoy the Steps musical. And that's all your news this week. I failed getting this done in one take. I absolutely failed. I flopped. Whoops. What's your favourite news story this week? What are you most excited for? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this video, no matter how chaotic it was, please like this video, subscribe. Videos, other ones on the screen right now, Instagram. You can follow me on there. I do things and I make myself look pretty. But that's it for me today. I'm tired. I'll see you next time. Bye.